5 seconds just to let it start. Yeah. Okay, let's start now. I think we're good.
Woohoo! All right. Welcome to D20 Error, where we roll dice. And before one of our internet goes out, wow. Except now we're not going to roll dice because we're just having a little Q&A. I don't know what this voice is. Hi, I'm Kate. I'm the GM, or the QM for today.
Do you have set characters as well?
I mean, it's just us. Like, we're just talking.
Yeah, I'm Alice, and I'm just Alice. I also play Tam, that one.
I'm just Jess, and I play Nora sometimes.
I'm just Maddie, and I play Val, on occasion.
And I'm Miller, and once in a blue moon I play Augie.
And then hopefully Jules will be joining us.
Yeah, they're coming in a minute.
Yeah.
All right.
Am I super glitchy for anyone else, or is that just
a bit?
No. You're kind of like
I feel like I'm just super. Maybe if I do this and then we do this again, that'll work. Maybe.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
We'll
go.
better.
All right.
Also, the links have been posted.
This is the time of the stream where all of us go and frantically reblog.
Yeah.
Yes. Hello, Mickey.
Oh.
Oh.
Is that echo?
Oh. I'm trying to pull it up slyly without it making any noise. Let's see how that works.
We good?
Everything's just frozen, but
Really?
Oh, nice.
just for me, it's okay.
Oh, okay.
Thick. Did you just say thick?
I heard that as well.
With 2 C's?
No, I don't want to edit the post. I want to reblog it.
Jules!
Oh, that's such a good onesie.
Oh, that looks so comfy.
Oh my god, Kate, the office here, guys.
Or Bernard, don't leave him out.
Oh yeah, Bernard as well.
All right.
Did we establish which one got? Oh no, they both got stolen. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if only one got stolen, though. That'd be so hard.
That would almost be worse. I don't want to be separated.
I would feel like that would be metagaming in a way of just, oh no, the giraffe is gone. Oh.
You say that like you didn't actually do that.
She's like, I'm getting get rid of these giraffes.
They're animal smugglers. Can you try speaking?
No.
Hello?
Yes, there we go.
I still can't hear you guys.
Oh.
Maybe it's your head. No, she
Check
can't
your
hear.
mic settings on Skype.
Maybe it's this, and who knows.
Maybe just somebody send her a quick message.
We're sticking with the brand, you guys.
Oh God, yeah. Oh God.
All right. D20 Error, you guys. That's new.
Oh,
You have realized by now. This is why we named it as such. 3 countries.
You not hear us?
Different time zones. Doing great. Okay. So I think we just get started. I mean,
Yeah.
we're
having technical issues?
yeah.
I
Wait.
mean, on brand.
Okay. Well, while Jules is gone, how about we get into some questions, because that is the purpose of today. So the first question is, for those of us new to D20 Error, a rundown of y'all's characters. Love everything you guys do. So if anyone wants to give a rundown of their characters.
Should we go alphabetical?
I'll go first.
I have to do with everything.
So Tam is a half orc bard. I think people have seen the artwork, but if not, she's super tall. She's like 6'3". She's got like super curly black hair. She's got this mint coat that Mimi made her, which I think might have been, I don't know, did it get destroyed? We were in a fight and I feel like it might have been destroyed. I don't know. She's got some cool clothes and she's super friendly and upbeat, and so far the party knows that she's from a halfling village, and she lived there for a while and then left quite recently, and she's just got a really positive outlook on life, and and she plays the drums and the whistle, and that's Tam. She loves to yeet. She just like loves. I feel like I left out loads of her like bad points. She's really fucking impulsive. She's just the worst communicator, but she tries really hard. And one time she took a barbarian's head and like threw it across the battlefield and then died almost. So yeah, she's not perfect.
She's perfect to me.
Thank you. Yeah, pregnant pause. I'm like, guys, tell me she's perfect. Validate me.
Yeah, she's not perfect, so.
Yeah. Cool, that's Tam.
Okay.
Does that make it me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Have we sorted out Jules yet?
Well, I can hear you on my speakers.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yay!
Is there an echo?
Nope.
No?
Oh.
Okay, so Jess, if you want to go.
Yep. So yeah, I play Nora, who is definitely a human and not a halfling, contrary to
Oh my god.
speculation. She's just a relatively small human. Who, what we kind of know about her so far is that she used to work for Ren and his family back in Higash. I always want to say Hegel, but that's Tam's place, right?
Me.
Okay. Back in Higash. And yeah, she worked in the library back in that household. And then things kind of went a bit tits up and doesn't work there anymore. I'll let Jules explain that bit. But after things went tits up, Ren and Nora kind of spent like 2 years just like slumming it in the woods, and trying not to like be killed and stuff. Nora's a wizard, I should mention as well. This is going really well. So she can do the magic thing. Yeah, that's kind of an overview of her, I guess. She's got like anger management issues. So yeah, she's got a few like she's kind of like the definition of like small but angry.
What did you say the other day? She was like neutral tired as alignment.
I found a post that was just like, what was it?
It was neutral tired, chaotic idiot, and then lawful romantic, and it's Nora, Tam, Oggy in that order.
Yeah.
I was like, that's just us. Yeah. So yeah, that's although she's pretty chaotic actually, to be fair.
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty chaotic, but yeah, that's her.
All right, Jules.
We're just doing like our entire
Yeah,
character's
just
history?
basic rundown. We've been going a little.
Okay. So Ren was the noble before the campaign started. He was one of many siblings. I'm trying to remember what the others know, so I don't spoil anything. It wasn't nice. Nora worked with his family. I don't know how much to say. It wasn't a good time for him. Nora worked for his family as, I'm going to say librarian. She's going to argue with me. But eventually some stuff happened with the village, like uprising against Ren's family, and the whole manor was set, or castle was set on fire, and they had to flee, and we're assuming that Ren's family perished. And I'm sure he's going to bring that in at some point, and it's going to be awful.
I would never use any of your backstories against you. I would.
Bullshit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then after that whole ugly situation with the fire happened, Nora and Ren, as you heard, have been on the run. I think Ren is exceptionally paranoid because he thinks he's the last Engailen left. I can't say it without an accent. Engailen. He's like the last one left, and whoever's in power in Highgash now could potentially hunt him to wipe out any possible contest for the throne. It's not a throne, but the power, the seat of power. Yeah. It's everything that happened before the stream. And then the stream happened. Are we talking about what happened in the stream?
Just
It's like
basic
character
rundown.
traits.
Character traits?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to remember what happened in our first few sessions. Ren got hit on by a tiger and reciprocated. Ren threatened a manatee.
Ren almost died.
Ren almost died. I mean, that's a weekly occurrence for him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Huh? You say something, Jess?
Keep going.
No? Okay, wow. I honestly don't remember. It's been half a year, and I don't remember what's
But
happened.
it has been half a year.
Oh my god.
Half a year.
We've been playing since, I think
Weird.
it's like January the 20th or something.
We've had
January,
like
so July. Oh.
we've had
Yeah.
like 7 sessions.
Been a lot. Yeah. I don't know what else to say other than Ren is slowly learning to trust some people. Slowly getting over his shit, maybe. Maybe not. And,
Tagline, he's a dick, but trying.
yeah, his alignment is he's a dick, but he's trying. It's written on my character
It's
sheet.
on the character sheet, yeah.
Um,
All right. Maddie seems to be away from the keyboard. Oh, there she is. Cool. Maddie, you want
Okay,
to talk about Val?
I'm trying to find. I wrote Val's stuff in a notebook, and I have about 400 notebooks piled in my basement. So I'm looking through to find out. Oh my god, I found it! The first notebook I freaking opened up. Woo! So I play Val, and she is a tiefling druid. So she's
Just saying
big.
anything for Ren, did I?
Nope. Do you want to?
Ren
You
is
can.
Sure. There we go. I'm Jules. Hello. There we go.
There we go. So, Val is a tiefling druid, and she is pretty tall. She's got pale gray skin, white hair with black strips in. She's got some nice old horns and some black eyes with a lot of scars everywhere. And she wears a lovely star necklace and a really cool piratey looking outfit. It's my favorite part about her whole look. She's from Balmwitch. Is that right? Did I say that right?
Sure.
Sure,
It's
Dan.
what I wrote. It's what I wrote down, and I don't spell things correctly. So, trying to think what you guys know about her. That she's from Balmwitch. That's about it.
It's Mom Wick,
Wait.
but it's spelled with a CH, so you're fine.
Okay. So she's from there. We don't really know a lot about her past so far. She's got a big scary dude that's about it. You guys know about the big scary dude. Stop barking at me. I'm trying to think. I'm really trying to think of.
Turn into animals. She
Oh,
turned
yeah.
into the wolf that one time. The wolf?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she has because she's a druid, she's got wild shape, so she can turn into
Use.
which I literally never use, which is true, which is really weird. So she can turn into low level animals and never uses them. She could turn herself into one of the giraffes if she felt like it. It can be the new Kate, the new Bernard if you
Please
need
do that.
it. She really loved Fu and kind of lost her shit when Fu ate a man. Fair enough. She has a bugbear named Guap that has a shirt that is very, very cute.
It's a teddy bugbear.
A teddy
Yeah,
bugbear.
not a literal bugbear.
Yeah, no, I'm not walking around with a bugbear. Please note that. Yeah, I think that's all I have for her. Yeah, she's pretty shy, and she really doesn't know how to talk to people, which is evident by literally every interaction she's ever had. But she's just trying her best, and that's all that matters. That's my girl.
All right. Miller, you want to talk about Augie?
Yeah, Augie is a 16-year-old disaster. He's a human paladin. I don't really know that much about him. He's very childish, very loving, and you can tell he's very innocent in general. He's very tall. He's like 6 feet. He has green eyes, pale skin, curly golden blonde hair, and he has on the side of his face he has these markings that look like bug bites, which he said was from a potions accident. We don't really know that much about him. We know he has a sister, and we know he moved. He's been to a few places, but spent most of his time in Clea, and that's all. Yeah, that's my boy.
We love him.
Yes. Very true. All right. So, what has been the funniest or saddest or stupidest moment you guys have had so far? Your characters or someone else's?
Oh shit.
Can we go back to the quotes that we had?
I have so many.
Oh god, I should have brought my notebook.
My favorite, I think, is when we had like 30 minutes and you guys just went and like milked some cows.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Did I get inspiration for that?
Yes, you did.
I think you did. I just thought it was really funny, and it was like so very Dungeons and Dragons, and I was just like, I think that was a really solid point in kind of knowing exactly what kind of group you guys are.
Yeah.
I actually did that.
Yeah.
Similar note, anytime the entire gang like sits down and drinks or eats together, like we had a couple of scenes when we were all together eating breakfast in the Magic Guild, which I really enjoyed. And then recently when we were all like, were we all dancing in the pub? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think anything that involves like food and drink is just pang.
One of my favorite moments happened last session where, Kate, you said your door opened and you said ghosts don't exist. Jot that down. And I actually jotted down ghosts don't exist, Kate. And I also loved when, like,
Doesn't exist in real life.
yes, not in this,
Not
in the game. But, and I also loved anything with any of our characters trying new foods, like Val having a toffee apple, Ren having milk for the first time, like Augie drinking orange juice for his entire life. Like those are some of my favorite moments. Just us trying new foods and like trying new things. Just like Ren hugging a teddy bear. Like,
Yeah.
hilarious.
Honestly, that was one of my favorites as well. That was such a pure moment between Ren and Val. Like, I'm always like ranting to Jess about how sad my first character is. Like, I need these like moments, and that was like one of the best. Like, just like he learned something. He like was happy for a second, and he like bonded with someone, and it was just like pure as shit. It was so cute.
What about saddest moments?
Oh boy.
Fu.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The entirety of Fu just ruined me.
When Tam and Augie almost died, that was
Yeah.
Oh.
scary.
I was one roll, like I had failed 2 death saves, and I was just I was fully ready.
We
I
were
just thought
both
that
on
was
the
the end.
brink. I had my other character right in front of me. I'm like, I guess this is it then. All right. That
Yeah.
was so scary.
It was real intense.
Neda's backstory.
I was gonna
Neda's
say,
backstory.
yeah,
Oh,
Emily
my God.
killed it.
And my friend Emily guessed it. Actually, that was both one of my favorite sessions, but also one of the saddest sessions because she was funny, and then it was just like, oh, the pain.
This is a moment that wasn't on stream, but it was literally my first time DMing, like that first session 0, and I had the big bad was a Rusalka, which is kind of like an undead mermaid, and it was discovered that like the undead person was the sister of one of their friends, and like they killed her, right? I think so, yeah. And then
I
he
cut
was
her in
just
half.
like, yeah, and then was just like he was just cradling her, and I was like, oh, good stuff. Good stuff.
It was a taste of things to come. I was like, wow. There are emotional repercussions to everything we do, and Kate's gonna make us feel them real bad.
Yeah. I think my favorite moments are when we interact with like NPCs, like
Yeah.
and like when we were interacting with like Anslo and Ollie, and when Anslo hugged Nora after like Ren nearly died, and I was just like, ah.
Oh, that actually leads into another question, which is, what is your favorite part? What has been your favorite moment of the campaign so far? So, like, we talked about, like, funniest and saddest, but do you guys have, like, a favorite moment?
I think when we were all dancing in the pub, like that was so cute. I loved that.
When it was revealed that when we had the Black Widow that was actually Gnarly in disguise, and it was all a big trick, when we're in that like dungeon thing with the Black Widow, and she was like, and we were all literally like on the edge of like our seats, like, oh my god, we're all gonna die, and then it was like, psych, I'm actually the magic person, and we were all like, oh my god, that was like some of the best like tension building like shit I'd ever seen. It was so good.
I think the whole session we did when we fought those like bandits and the scout and stuff, because it was just like, I tend to not be combat heavy when I play D&D. Like, I think we're all quite into narrative, so I was a bit like, oh my god, we're gonna even survive, we're gonna do well. But it was really good. And then like the repercussions after that, like when the scout had her like throat ripped out, it was just so severe. But it was really fun. I just think we all kind of stepped it up, and it was very, very intense to see all those characters like at their most vulnerable right afterwards, like having seen people like almost die and just like being very violent. I think it changed all of us.
Bouncing off of that, the moment where we all sat down after that battle and you all got like an insight into a little bit of like what's going on with Val, and you guys were like super accepting and like super sweet about it, and I was like, I was just sobbing in the background. Like, I was in my staff room at work, and I was just crying, and, like, one of my coworkers walked in, saw me, just shook their head and turned around and shut the door, and I was like... That was a good moment. Also, when Kate had a panic attack. Remember that, Kate?
Oh, yeah.
When I had a panic attack.
That was fun.
Because I was so invested.
I was going to say, my favorite parts, I have 3. I'm going to cheat.
Oh.
One of my favorites is you guys meeting Mimi for the first time.
Yeah.
Just, yeah. I thought that was really cute. And I love playing her, so it was super fun to just be like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. And just stream of consciousness, similar to kind of like when you guys were like talking to Quimby, and he was just like, here, you want to know about stuff? Here you go. Here's all my thoughts about magic. And I got to introduce physics and stuff like that. I also really love it when you, like, slowly, one by one, you guys figure out exactly how, like, much angst I'm willing to put into things. Like, there was one time when I was talking to Jess about character, and I was like, oh, what about this backstory element? And Jess went, no, I won't do that. And I was like,
yeah, Kate's a different level.
I remember FaceTiming Kate before we started this and being like, I don't know what to do with my character. And Kate just went, here's angst. And I went, oh, and because that was like my first time ever interacting with Kate too. Mm-hmm. So Kate just came at me with angst, and I was like, oh, all right, that's how we're doing this.
Well, I was like, well, there's some basic backstories, and like I was like this one, and then I was like, there's a subclass, and this one sounds like you, and Maddie was just like.
It was a good time.
Also, when you guys found the dead body, and I had fun with that because you guys
love that.
We just let ourselves be taken to prison. We were so naive.
No,
like,
I was like,
yes, officer, we'll go.
I had a whole battle map planned out, and you just went along with them, and I was like, okay.
That happened now.
Like, not in a position to fight.
I'm pretty sure I wrote down that you spent 45 minutes drawing cobblestones, Kate, and you got so mad at us that we were just like, here you go.
I did. I spent so long working on those cobblestones.
Wait, let me retcon my answer. My favorite time was when Kate made an entire Lego battle map one time and never again.
Nope. Well, because it was confusing, and I was like, this is too much. We're just going to do imagination from now on.
Cool.
Anyone else got anything?
When Ren rolled into the clothing rack.
I forgot about that.
Episode, like, before the stream, where we were just, like, fucking around in Valashi before we found that dead body, and Ren, being a rogue, let's be real, like, stealthed behind the party. Like, I'm not gonna go, just stay in the hotel room. And then he stealthed behind the party, like, while they walked the street. And they ended up in Mimi's. I think was that the first time they ended up in Mimi's?
Yeah.
And he, like, stealthed into Mimi's after them. But I think he rolled, like, kind of low. And so I had him do, like, a Captain Kirk roll into a clothing rack. And then, like, pop.
Yeah.
There was a quote from that session that was like when Tam was trying to teach Nora how to play the whistle, and Nora just failed.
And Penny whistle.
And
I have that
was
one.
like softly booing from the other side of the room, and Nora was like, "That means fuck you!" and Penny whistle.
That's the quote that I have for your character on the Tumblr. Because remember how I have like different quotes for each of our characters, and there's each a different quote, and I have that one for Nora.
Yeah, thumbs are up.
All right. So, speaking of penny whistles, do your characters have any hidden talents that you can share? That you can share. So if you don't have.
What can I share?
Yes, but I really want to reveal it in game. But there's a clue in Nora's playlist if you're clever enough to read that.
I feel like Augie's a really good whistler. For some reason.
Love that.
Can I ask a question? Can Augie do the whistling? like this, where he sticks his
Oh,
fingers in his
yeah.
mouth and whistles?
Oh, definitely.
okay.
No doubt in my mind.
Good. Val's secret talent is that she cannot whistle like that at all. Not happening. I don't know.
I feel like Tam's quite good all round artistically, but like is a very, very, very bad dancer. But like not bad dancer, but just like goofy dad dancing. Like it's because she's so like tall and like lots of limbs and stuff. It's more just it's a bit cringe.
Yeah, me.
Me as hell.
Dunno.
Did I dance for 11 years? Yes, but can I dance at parties? Absolutely not. I feel like if Val, I mean, it's kind of obvious because Val is a druid, but she's very good with plants, like gardening. She's good at that.
Yeah, it's really hard.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not a character, but I can. Let me see if I can do it. I can only do it like 90% of the time. I can do that.
Where the fuck? That's amazing. Okay.
I mean,
Very good. It like got stuck at the back of my throat, but I can normally do it.
I'm gonna turn Oscar into a crow just so I can hear that again.
if you need anybody to squawk like a seagull, I can do it. I had to learn how to squawk like a seagull when I was Scuttle, so.
There we go. Say that you want to put your hair up. Okay.
Do not.
Does Ren have any hidden talents that he can share?
I don't think so. Nope.
Just like so. Everything just swirling now. Give it a
I actually.
And there we go. You're what they call the dogs. Meow.
What is that?
Well, that is human stuff from
Like,
the Little
Stop
the-
kicking it
from
up.
Little Mermaid the musical. I did not sing that song. I sang Positivity.
You got positivity. Okay.
Yeah. Please don't.
I'm sorry. I'm a theater nerd. You
No.
got to expect me.
Really?
None of us had guessed.
Okay. Okay. Oh, which of the other characters' backstories intrigues your your character the most? So, like, which of the other players' backstories are you most interested in?
Oh god.
That's really hard.
I think Nora's got a theory on Oggy
Yeah.
that she's
Like
curious.
Jess has got a theory on Oggy.
Yeah. She's curious about the little guy.
I feel like Tam is very interested in Nora's backstory, even though like a lot of it has been revealed. I feel like she's just really very confused as to why like a 6-year-old would be working in a library, because for her she's like, what? Like, why aren't they out playing, having fun? Like, I think she just wants to delve in deep. But Alice wants to know more about Ren's.
I, as Jules, want to know about Augie.
Yeah.
What does technically 16 mean?
Yeah.
But Ren is
How
very
long have you
interested.
been 16?
A while.
Say it out loud.
Oh my god.
I was about to. Oh man, I was completely about to out like, nothing. Everything's great.
Someone's secretly a vampire.
Oh my god. Please, can we have vampires? Tam's secretly a vampire. I would accept that. Just wreck my character. I'm so into
Like,
it.
Newish sparkles.
Think
What
about
you
it.
say,
You've
Jill?
never seen her in the daylight. She's always in her shop. Holds up. Okay.
Wait, so hang on. Who was Ren interested in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ren is very invested in Nora, but he's like realizing that he doesn't actually know a lot about her. So I think he wants to learn more things. Yeah.
I think Augie is intrigued by Val. Just because she comes off as like this very innocent, nice, quiet girl, but she has all this shit going on behind closed doors, and he's like, what's happening? Let me help you. But yeah.
I feel like Val really doesn't want to pry into anybody's backstory. She really doesn't care. She's just like, cool. All right, that's fine. Me, Maddie wants to know everyone else's. Everybody. But particularly, I want to go into Mimi's backstory. Sorry, guys. I care about Mimi so much.
That's so valid.
Mimi's gonna get interrogated as soon as we are back in.
Who are you? What are you doing here, Bella?
What's your real name? Yeah.
Nickname.
Personally, I have some fun stuff planned.
For who?
So, like, we have to. Okay, so here's the tea. To do all these backstories, you guys need to be like slightly higher level. So honestly, like, I'm just waiting. Well, there's some in-game event. There's some events that are. I don't know. I'm revealing too much. Never mind. But let's just say.
You can't do that.
Let's just say, if you guys ever decide to go back to any of your towns, we're gonna have some fun. I'm so excited, actually.
I feel like Tam might be the only one who is like happy about. I feel like everyone else's reaction is like, no, we're not ever gonna go back.
Oh man, I've got some. Yeah, I was like, I don't know who I'm most excited about because I have some stuff for all of you,
That's real fucked up.
and I can't wait. I cannot wait.
So if we went back now when we're not high enough level, we'd all die.
Yeah, what would
Slaughtered
happen?
on some
We'd
side.
step foot into the town's like perimeter, and we'd all just go and just like explode into like a cloud of dust.
I
Which
mean,
is like-
no. And there are certain elements that if you like figure stuff out and you like decide, you're like, oh, we're gonna go here. There's this person's secret. Mimi's secretly a chromatic red dragon, and you go and you confront her about it.
Yes. Oh my god.
Okay. Let's be real. If I ever did anything like that for Mimi, you all would kill me.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised. Whatsoever.
That too.
If anyone hurt Mimi, I would just kill everyone and then myself. It's just
I've only known Mimi for an hour and a half, but
Yeah, you know how we adopted our dog last session? We adopted Mimi way before that.
yeah. Oh, also, I just want to. Everyone thought that I was crying at you and Jules interacting. That is not at all what was happening. That is not at all. You guys.
It'll happen. We'll make you cry one day, Kate.
Mhm.
I wish you all the best of. I'm telling you right now, if you do that, I will purchase, get it painted, and send a mini of your character to you. If you make me, if you personally make me cry,
that is a wager. Okay.
I
Wow.
will do that. And I will
Challenge accepted.
Yeah.
saying right now, live on stream, if you ever make me cry, go for it. The only rule is you are not allowed to kill my dog.
Deal.
That's fine. That's a deal I'm gonna make. I remember you cried when you were as Foo. Do you remember that, Kate?
Yeah,
You were as
as Foo.
I can cry at the drop of a hat. Like if I want to. So I can do that. But
Be nice.
Yeah.
but if you personally make me cry,
Challenge accepted.
all right.
Yep.
Crying from laughing doesn't count. Okay, let's get some more questions.
Yeah.
Ask that.
Okay. Do you all have a favorite die or dice set, and what do your dice that you use look like?
Ooh.
I got mine right here.
These are the most unreliable dice.
They're horrible.
Yeah. All of us have really cursed die.
But mine is always like one game getting anywhere between nat 1s to 5s, and then the game right after, 2 nat 20s. Whatever.
I just got a set of really cool like black and red dice that are very Nora's aesthetic, which I love a lot. And also I have yet to use the dice that Alice got me. That was blessed by Taliesin Jaffe himself.
Yeah, it's for special times.
And I think the best set of the dice I have are the white ones that Lydia got me for Christmas, because they rolled like 3 natural 20s in that Christmas one shot that I did. So I feel like they're the most reliable set of dice I have. But I have literally like 5 bags of dice. It happened perfectly.
I only have one pair that I purchased literally the day before we started this whole thing, because I was like, I don't have die! Ah! And then, but they're these lovely little purple and
Wait,
blue ones.
the same.
Oh my god.
Shut up!
Yeah. That's so weird. Those are the die they're kind of similar. They're not exactly the same, but like.
I have very similar dice as well.
I got mine at Barnes and Noble, and they're just, they're my favorite. I love them. I need more though.
So I have this very fancy dice bag that's super nice, and it's got like
Good.
Gilmore's Glorious Goods aesthetic on the inside. So it's got like stars, and it's got some of the, I don't know if you can see it, but it's like the unicorn for Gilmore's Glorious Goods. And my favorite die is, I have this blue, like this bluish one. It is matte. It has like a matte finish, and it rolls. Yeah, just rolled a natural 20. Like it rolls really well.
What?
But I also have these dice that I got from Allison when I met, and they're kind of like a speckled blue with red lettering. I'm going to be using those for if you guys decide to go to like a certain place. But yeah.
Thanks.
But my favorite die is my dice bag. I don't know if that's allowed, but
Just throws the dice bag. Oh, it rolled a natural 20. What a coincidence.
no.
Can
But like,
I show off my dice tray that I just got? Because
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god, it's so pretty.
I love it.
I like how you use a dice tray.
Yeah, the clacking noise of dice really like gives me like a little bit of an aneurysm. So
I love it.
I only have one dice set that Jess gave me. It's the second of its kind because when I visited, she lost it in like a pile of laundry. She like, did you like order like on Prime or some shit like next day to get
I lost it.
I do have a very reliable D20 that my friend Quinn, who is the person who got me into D&D, got at like just like little vending machines like in like a game store. It's like the bubblegum machine but for D20s. And he was just like, "Do you want this?" And I was like, "Yes." Looks like a troll booger, like neon green and like the ugliest thing you've ever seen, and it rolls beautifully. So you get one all the time.
I'm a nerd and I buy new dice every time I like have a new character. So I went from red and then I got like a green, a black, and now this one for Tam. So I've got 4 sets and I keep losing all of them. It's really bad.
Right. So, is anyone willing to try and do an impression of another player's character live on stream?
I don't want to do it.
By anonymous. All these are anonymous unless I say otherwise.
No. Nope, I can't do any of your accents, so...
We were saying the other day that I really want there to be like just a fucked up session where we all like have an accident.
Body swap.
Yes.
Oh my god, please!
You know that scene in Scooby-Doo where they're all like their souls come out of their mouth?
I would nail the posh elf accent, just saying. But like,
I've been
that's cheating.
practicing my Irish, okay? I'm playing an Irish rogue in another campaign, and I did an entire reading on spectromorphology in Irish. Like, if I can say spectromorphology in an Irish accent, that was actually awful, then I could say anything. Actually, that one, the session that I was Irish in, we were in a place called the Firefly Mire.
Oh shit.
I swear he did that on purpose.
Kate, can you try and do something? Can you like start us off and try and do us?
Yeah. The one that's really easy for me to do is just Val, because it's just, I just get off voice. I put it a little bit further, a little bit higher in the throat, and I just kind of talk. And I, after a while, like I start talking, and then I just trail off. And, yeah.
That's my girl in a nutshell.
And
I
then
remember the first session I tried to do a British accent, and then I was like I thought about it in the back of my head, and then I was like, that's a horrible idea. Absolutely not. And I just was like, I threw it out the window.
I don't think Nora's accent is like even Irish anymore. It's just evolved. Like it started off as like Irish because I was like trying to do an accent, and then it's just evolved into like Nora's voice because it's just utter bullshit.
Tam sometimes sounds like she's from Belfast, but then she often sounds like she's from like fucking Inverness. So it's just like a
They're hard.
It's like, where's she gonna be from today? Fucking, who knows? I feel like Oggy, God, I can't do an American accent, but he like the way he talks is just like, hey guys, how's it going? He's just so happy all the time.
Or like I love how Miller always pitches down her voice.
Oh yes, it's
and she's like,
I'm Augie.
yeah, that sounds great.
I hate to say it, Miller, but you sound like my brother when he orders food. He immediately goes from like talking at his normal measure to, hi, can I have a cheeseburger? And I'm like that's what it sounds like. You just pitch
Can
your
I have
heart
a
out.
Can I have? Okay.
I was just trying to sound more masculine.
It's great.
It's like, oh, and I'm going to stealth away. Oh yeah, we should answer some chat.
Oh yeah.
I know.
Yes.
I'm getting there.
Also, Jules, your messages come up in the Skype window.
I'm gonna help you out here, Mickey.
Yeah, body swap episode, please.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
one shot of just.
Try and see me do any accent at all. It would be great.
If you want to DM that, you can write it. If you want me, if you're interested in that, you want me to do it, that's a thing we can do. Actually, nope, not going to say anything. Okay.
God damn it, Kate.
Well, I was gonna reveal something, and then I was like, wait, I can't say that. Right, sorry, my roommate's home, and she's a really good singer, so I'm just like, okay. All right. Let me see. Okay. What movie title describes your character's life? This is from Lord Lunatic.
Oh my god.
It's real good.
Oh,
Oh my god.
I have
Like
no idea.
just the title, or like if we know the plot of the movie. Does that?
Just the title.
I think you can also you can say The Disaster Boat Friend starring. I don't know. You guys do what you want. Interpret this question how you will.
Because I was thinking this isn't obviously for Val, but there's a movie called Unstoppable, and it's about a runaway train. So, like, the title is very, very misleading.
I mean,
but, like,
that's literally our campaign, is it not?
it literally, the entire plot of the movie, it's Chris Pine and Denzel Washington. A train gets put into overdrive carrying a bunch of hazardous chemicals going through a city. It is a good movie. I highly recommend it. But the title is so misleading.
Oh, Jesus. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. This is like a hard question.
It's a hard question. I'm like trying to like go back through my movie index of the movies that I've seen in my lifetime and be like, what?
Yeah.
Chamber of Secrets.
Yeah, pretty much.
Amazing.
Oh my god.
Ren and Nora are Dumb and Dumber 2.
No, but the highest intelligence, okay? Which is still not that great, but like, should we say Beauty and the Beast for Nora?
Which one are you?
Awesome.
Yeah, I 100% picture the Young Island Library being just the one from Beauty and the Beast, by the way, with like the multiple floors and the fucking ladders that go everywhere.
Oh yeah.
I love it.
I see it as the Hogwarts Library from the Chamber of Secrets computer game, which is very hyper specific. But it's the one where you have to like. There's Peeves and, anyways. So, yeah.
I don't have one for Val, but I have one for the campaign.
Go for it.
The Outsiders.
Yeah.
You know.
And I know this isn't a movie, but the musical title of show, because we can't come up with a goddamn group name.
Oh my god.
Movie for the whole campaign. A funny thing happened on the way to the forum.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we're a bit. I don't know. You know, in Age of Ultron, in the Avengers, when they're all like chilling out before Ultron rocks in, they're all having a good time, but Ultron coming in is like Kate, just with the angst. We're all like about to like.
It's too soon, Kate. It's too soon.
I don't know what you're talking. Oh, I'm aware. Don't worry. You're gonna wait till you're a little high level first, and then.
No, just this. This was too soon, man.
I'm frozen, so there we go. I'm unfrozen now. Okay. What is your character's biggest pet peeve?
Just Ren in general.
Ren's biggest pet peeve is friends who don't appreciate him.
I'm kidding. People who fold down the corners of books to mark their place.
That's a good
one.
I use paper clips.
Nora approves, yeah.
Speaking of which, really good book.
I feel I can't think of any pet peeves of Augie because I feel like he's the person who does all of the pet peeves and annoys people. Like,
I'm only thinking of my pet peeves and none of them translate to Val, so.
Augie and Val are too like non-confrontational to have any pet peeves.
No, she's not very confrontational, so she doesn't really have any. And my one pet peeve doesn't translate, so.
Maybe wins would be like being touched without being asked first.
Mhm.
For now.
That's also bad pet peeve. Oh man, Alice isn't here to appreciate that joke. All right. If your character was on death row, what would they choose as their last meal?
Orange juice.
Currently that funnel cake that we had.
Okay, wait. I actually had a question because you guys were talking about funnel cake. Do you know what funnel cake is, Jess?
Like the cone shaped like donut that's covered in cinnamon sugar, right? No?
That's not funnel cake.
What?
See, I was curious because you and Alice were both like, yeah. We were like, do you know what funnel cake is?
What's your
Funnel cake?
funnel
You
cake?
basically take batter and there's a fryer and you cut the bottom and you just make a swirl and stuff and it's all swirled together and then it's covered in powdered sugar.
That's a funnel cake.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That what you made it sound like as if you took like a churro and then just made it into a cone.
Yeah.
Nope, that's not a funnel cake.
That's not a funnel cake.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's a British funnel cake. I think British people have funnel cakes at like fairs that are just like cones.
No.
Interesting.
I was curious because I was like, I feel like she doesn't know what funnel cake is.
I was like, yeah. I mean, it's similar. It's just batter with sugar, but like, yeah, okay.
Yeah. No, it was similar enough that I was like, I won't address it, but I was
Okay.
Sure.
I was just gonna say, I think Ren would see the point in eating. He just wouldn't eat.
So depressing.
Yeah.
Just kill me already.
He's such an emo boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
A glass of milk. That is what Val would have. A glass of milk and a side of like
Yes.
Oh.
toffee apples. That is a funnel cake.
Oh, it looks like a hash brown.
What?
Wait, what?
No.
Brown.
Wait, what do hash browns look like for you?
Like a potato is like a thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're like potatoes, like in a flat thing with.
grated potato.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, my computer's yeeted me out of the sky.
Still not good enough for using the word eat.
Okay.
You can't tell me what to do.
Me.
What did I miss?
What was Tam's
just-
last meal on death row be?
Oh, oh shit. Like, Jesus, a lot. Just loads of food. Probably, like, it would all be very sweet. It would be cakes and candy. So it would be like apple strudels and maybe like banoffee pie and just the most ridiculous things. She'd be like, oh, but it's really healthy, you know? And she'd just be like fucking stuffing it down. So yeah.
Yeah, we were just discussing how we don't think that you guys have funnel cakes like we do. And so it's just like, oh.
Oh yeah, our funnel cakes are wrong apparently.
They're not wrong, they're just different.
Are they the ones that look like tacos and there's like whipped cream in the middle?
I
Nope.
sent a picture if you look.
Mhm.
But it's like you take batter and you like just a thin line and it's all wound together and it's fried and then covered in powdered sugar.
The Canadians
I've
have like,
never heard of that before.
Wait, Canada doesn't have it either?
I think we have funnel cakes. We have beaver tails, and I'm not even kidding. There's not actual beaver tails. It's
Yeah.
like paste that's like a pastry.
Thanks for the clarification.
But
You
it's-
never
We just grab a beaver and we're like,
we're not.
Kind of-
Okay. That looks really good.
You Googled it, didn't you, Miller?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Of course.
Really fucking.
Okay. Ooh, okay. If your character was a dog, what breed would they be? Jess, you shouldn't have to think
It's
about
like-
this.
Oh, this
Me?
What just happened?
I don't know.
All right. Did you guys hear the question?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I have answers for this.
Should we say ours first and then you?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Augie would be a lab, a golden lab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty accurate.
Ren might be a greyhound. I'm
my
not sure.
Patronus.
What is it?
It is. My Patronus is a greyhound.
That would be
I feel like.
Saint Bernard.
Oh yeah,
What was
I
that?
can see that.
A Saint Bernard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's my Patronus.
Wow!
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know if you guys know of the comic that was going around Tumblr for a while of the tiny cat and the big old dog that looks like a scary motherfucker.
Yeah.
That dog, I think his name is Brutus. He's a
Yeah.
German Shepherd. That kind of dog is what Val would be, like a German, like a big old German Shepherd.
Surprised you didn't just say wolf.
You
I
guys
think-
automatically assume backstory? Don't automatically assume backstory.
I
She
think
literally just used wild shape, guys. She literally just used wild shape.
no, but you're attached to the wolf persona forever now. I think
It's gonna come out that like Val's backstory is completely different than all of you guys are thinking, and you guys are just gonna be like, "But you said this," and she's gonna be like, "I literally never said that."
What would Nora be?
Nora be?
Oh, I think Nora would be like one of those tiny, like little ginger poodles.
The super high strung ones that are just yap.
Like the
Oh my god.
syndrome dogs that are just like constantly barking.
And think that they're really big and tall, but they're like the
Yeah.
smallest thing.
Small dog syndrome.
You basically got what I was saying, except for Nora would definitely be a Chihuahua.
Yes.
But
I
she
had
was
a
thinking
she needs to be very hairy. So
I
like
would thinking.
My
I'm
Chihuahua
thinking like
is
those
very
little the little Pomeranians that are just little puff balls that like you can't see their legs and it's just fur. Like that's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking.
she'd be a small dog, but I went for poodle because of the curly hair. But yeah, just small
Coming from
snappy dog.
someone who had a Chihuahua when they were younger, Nora is a Chihuahua.
Speaking of small dogs, for the players, how tall are each of you?
What? That's not
Oh.
fair.
Look, like us?
How
Yeah.
tall are we?
Oh,
I'm
well, that's
5'5".
easy. I'm the same height as Val, 5'9".
5'11".
I'm 5'5.5".
Yeah, cute. I'm gonna do this actually because everyone thinks that I'm short.
You are
Now you
so tall,
tall.
Kate. It's mental.
Wait, how tall are you, Kate? Like number wise, like.
I'm like 5'8", 5'9".
Oh, so you're my height.
Yeah, you guys are just more
Hey, Jess.
gang.
What about you, Jess? Give us
Hey,
the number.
How tall are you?
I'm like probably a little bit taller than Jules.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Aren't you
Together, she was just on her knees. It's fine.
I'm smaller than Nora, so yeah. I'm like I think if I was like an inch and a half smaller, I could be classified as a dwarf. Be classified as a dwarf.
I know someone that could be classified like they are 4'11", but on their driver's license they put that they were 5'2", so they wouldn't have to get the special like classification and like have requirements for driving.
Fine, I wear heels. It's fine.
You're pocket sized.
Yeah. Fun sized.
You'll never have an issue finding pants.
Yeah.
That's not true. I have so many issues finding pants. They never fit my legs. I have to buy 3/4 length jeans so that they fit my whole leg.
Maybe all jeans are capris on.
Yeah, same. All the jeans are like, here, we're gonna come up to like the middle of your leg, and you're like, oh, that's great, nice.
Yeah, I'm like,
Million woolly socks, not as a choice, but because I need something to tuck my jeans into so my ankles don't get cold.
Boom, Jules gets it.
Struggle. It's easier to take away cloth than add it.
big food. I like how there's like, it's like a split of like, kind of like people who are taller and then people who are, I'm sorry. That sounded way nicer in my head. I'm so sorry.
No, it's cool.
To be fair, Miller is not as short as she appears. I like standing next to Miller. I'm saying I stood next to you and you were like 2 or 3 inches shorter than me. You're not.
Okay.
I'm just a big bean.
Okay. Another question from Mickey is, what vine would you use to describe your character?
God. Don't fuck with me. I have the power of God and anime on my side.
Yep.
I have thought about this one.
I think Tam is that vine of, you know, that like really lanky prepubescent blonde boy who's like, nee, and he's like turning around to music.
Yes.
Yeah.
With the hood where he has his ears sticking out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just confirming.
I can't remember. Mickey had like the perfect one in that Vine compilation they did for Laura, and I can't remember what it was, but whatever one was in there.
Is Val that vine that's like, be whoever you want to be, if you want to be a dog, rough, you know what I mean?
That wasn't the one I was thinking of, but yes! Have you seen the one?
I was going to say, always except physical. I am a wolf.
Yep.
You know the one where the guy is standing on his like back porch and the birds start like chirping and then he just goes, twiddle twiddle, and then like turns around and like goes into his house. That's Val. Or the one that inspired me so much when I wrote a character was the, how much money do you have? Like 69 cents. You know what that means. I don't have enough money for chicken nuggets. Like that is her.
Kate is, when she's doing Emming, is that vine? It's like, you better watch out. You better watch out.
Yeah.
You better watch out.
I love that.
I don't have one for Ren either. Probably just any of the ones Mickey picked out. So I'm not well versed in the vines.
Let me see. Wait.
Maybe Ren is the one that's like, you either killed or you either get killed or be killed, and then it's like dancing.
You either die, you kill yourself, you get killed. What's she gonna do? What's she gonna do?
That one of like the kid who's like asleep and they're like,
Favorite of all time.
yeah.
I know which one Nora is. It's that weather. It's the weatherman who's like asking that kid something, and then the kid's just like shove off weather boy, and then the guy's just like, where are your parents?
I've never seen that one. What?
Yeah. Like, which fireworks are the best fireworks? Wouldn't you like to know, weather boy? All right.
Yeah.
Where are your parents?
Okay, yeah, that sounds like it.
Okay. Let's see. Oh. All right. Well, that one's just for me, so I won't answer that one.
No, do it.
Will we ever see a session in cosplay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
As soon as I find a curly blonde wig that doesn't look like absolute garbage, of course.
I am constantly on the prowl, like constantly looking up wigs and costumes and everything. I have the body paint and all the makeup and everything. but I can say one thing. My eyes will not be completely black because I don't know how to wear contacts normally. So if you think I'm going to put sclera contacts in my eyes, you're crazy.
Do it for the aesthetic.
I can't, man. I can't even put normal contacts in. I got a thing about like going near my eye with my finger.
Alternatively, you paint your entire eyelid black, and then you just have your eyes closed for the entire session.
I'll like sit like this, and I'll be like, "All right, I'm gonna say that you," and like have my eyes like squintingly barely open.
Yes.
Or I'll just set the lighting the right way so you can't see my eyes, and it'll look like my eyes are closed. We'll figure it out.
Maybe it's a 1-year anniversary thing. Potential.
Yeah.
Honest potential.
Or like after Halloween when all the wigs are in stores.
Yes.
Valid.
Oh, Halloween, I was scouring everywhere. I was like, where are the white wigs? Where are the white wigs?
Ren, and I just didn't buy it because I just didn't buy it because it's dumb.
The day I cosplay Nora is the day I can finally die happy.
Yeah. It'll be good.
It'll be so cool.
Kate, and in cosplay for when we are in cosplay, are you going to be in a giant hood in the corner of the room like a gremlin?
No,
Oh,
I want
God.
Go get the hood.
Kate to be in a tiger onesie.
Yeah.
Oh God, no, please. We're dressed up as Foo. Wait a minute, are we completely overlooking the fact that Kate can be dressed up as Mimi?
Oh my
Oh,
Yes!
yes.
Wow.
It's gonna be perfect.
No, I'd probably come online as like, I'd probably do Mimi.
Yes.
Although there's one character that you guys haven't met yet. You know what? No, I know what I'll be. I know. I'll keep it. I know exactly. Yep. Yeah. I'm gonna say, Kate, why don't you wear out the hood all the time? Because I'm a nerd, but I'm not that much of a nerd.
Doubt.
Debate.
It's like literally a whole thing, and I love it.
To be fair, wearing costumes for Jess's one shot was like an absolute highlight. It was so
Oh
good.
yeah.
And we did it without like consulting.
Everyone I just started this Skype and everyone just turned up in deer makeup. I was like,
Yeah.
you fuck.
That was great.
I just had an elf costume like on me, and I was like, perfect.
I had a Christmas sweater, and I literally had just gotten those antlers, and then I was like, all right, time to put on more highlighter than is necessary, and I just kept doing it. I was like, here we go.
Yeah,
I
I had deer
Morning.
antlers.
Antlers.
That was amazing.
Yeah, I had deer antlers lying around from like a year before I was going to use for a thread and then never got around to it. So,
Here, I will answer one that's just for me. I'm sorry because
No.
I Anonymous says, Kate, how do you come up with ideas for your campaign? That is a good question. In case you haven't noticed, I tend to reference things a lot. And so a lot of my campaign is references to a bunch of random things that I'm praying that none of you guys have, like, taken part of. The actual structure itself is similar to Undertale, which is the sense that, like, in a lot of games, you don't get to have to think about, like, the moral implications of your actions. But I really like that, so I've been doing kind of more of the moral implications of things as well. For instance, like letting the harpy go. You let the harpy go, but the harpy twisted her words, so she was like, "Yes, I will fly away," but also came back and killed her captor. Or like, if you guys don't kill something, but you've also told them to stop attacking you. Like, there's, like, with Fu, for instance, that was built into the character of the Quaggan. That's from Guild Wars 2. But yeah, in terms of references, there's a lot of elements that I'm excited to explore. I've taken a lot of stuff from Studio Ghibli and Studio Ghibli stuff. I'm pulling from there's this one video game that I really like that I'm pulling a lot from, but I don't want to tell you guys because I don't want you guys to look it up and be like, oh, what's this? And then I'm spoiling like a bunch of stuff. So I'm not going to say that video game. Also just reading. I just like reading, and I read stuff. And yeah, got a lot of Guild Wars, and yeah.
To be fair though, it always is very original. It feels very original. Like I never think, oh, that's from Studio Ghibli or anything. It feels like 100% Kate.
Yeah.
It always feels like you're taking inspiration from things like that and then just sort of adding your own twist onto it that really makes it yours. Like when we met the stag, and I thought it was straight up from Rise of the Guardians, and I was like, oh my god, this is Rise of the Guardian. And like I thought it was great, but then I was like, wait, this isn't Rise of the Guardians. This is totally 110% Kate, and it was great. And I love that boy so much.
That's the voice I have for it. And you guys were like, I had a totally different voice, and I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, yeah, obviously Tony is ripped from Kellogg. I also have my list of like a bunch of different like store names, drinks and stuff. A lot of them are puns, so that's fun.
Yeah,
So, like Target. I had a lot of fun with that, and yeah, breaking that feeling of immersion for just like a little, just for that joke, and then getting back into it. But yeah, I'm trying to think if there was like anything that was like very clearly something. Oh, in the session 0, I had the Rusalka sing a song, and it was from
from Hocus Pocus.
Yeah.
Kate has a mint singing voice. Oh my god.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nope.
Wasn't the Rusalka called Sarah as well?
Yeah.
Got that.
Yeah. That was actually at the time. Fun fact: I had never seen Hocus Pocus. At the time, I had heard a cover of this song that came up on Spotify. And so I was like, oh, I really love this song. Like, it's kind of creepy. Like, let's change the lyrics a bit and do it. And then you were like, it's from Hocus Pocus. And I was like, oh. And I looked it up, and it was. And like Sarah, yeah, I hadn't seen Hocus Pocus at the time. So Sarah's just a good name for that character, I guess. And that song. I also like fucking with you guys just a little bit.
Really?
Like
Couldn't tell.
Yeah. Oh, man. A lot of the times what I do, though, is, like, I will have you all, like, how do I do this? A lot of my stuff is just world building. And I don't really plan out, like, events in the session, like, or, like, things. So I have this picture here, and this is the picture of the Magic Guild.
That's so cool.
And so when you guys go there, I just have this picture, and I just describe it. And, like, yeah, I don't have very many things planned. I just have people planned. This is the inn that you guys first went to. So it has, like, description, menu, people that are inside the inn, and possible, like, just basic things. Like, I have the innkeeper, a basic description, and I have patrons of the inn. So, like, for example, one of them here says, Bertio, male human soldier, neutral. Bertio has red hair and dark hazel eyes. He wears leather armor and wields a long sword and shield. Bertio is haunted by memories of his past life. If you guys ever decide to go up to a patron and just start talking to them, I have this basics, and I will just speak.
Shit, we need to talk to people in bars. I want to talk to Bertio, who's just deeply cursed.
Yeah. Can you make Kate? Oh, Okay, I was like, what is that? Anyways, but yeah, that's where a lot of my stuff comes from. I also go into the monster manual and I'll find stuff and I'll be like, oh, that fits this flavor. Yeah, like there's, yeah.
When I was building the stuff for the one shot and Kate was helping me with like the reindeer stats, Kate was going through the monster manual and like every 5 minutes she'd be like, oh, I'm using that. And I was just like, fuck.
Jess.
I'm really sorry.
Oh my god.
Like, and every now and then, like, you'll just see something and you're like, that's so cool. Like, that's so cool. And just be like, I can fit that really well into this. But also, like, you get to see things like, I'll go through and I'll be like, okay, that's a necklace of fireballs. Interesting. And, like, I have certain things, or like an oath bow. Like, that is very cool. And I'll be like, yes, that's a possible thing that, like, someone can run into. Or a necklace of prayer beads. This is the DM's, this is the DM's guide. So this isn't the monster manual, but that's kind of what I do sometimes. If I'm like, I need something that's got, not everything has to be homebrewed. And I realize that, and I'm like, I can pull from the actual stuff. But anyways, just wanted to answer that. Thanks, you guys. I also, for some reason, just enjoy angst. And so it's really easy for me to be like, okay, like this is a theater thing, but just be like, what behaviors would cause a person to do this? And I'll talk in like not a character from this campaign at all. But just like, for instance, I have a PC that I just have in my head for if I ever need to. That's a vampire cleric. So was a cleric and then was turned into a vampire and now has the struggles of having to like still loving their god and trying to worship that and still do stuff, but being a vampire, so everything that they do is painful and like end up hurting them. So like kind of playing about that and just figuring out what makes people tick and what makes people work. And you know, everyone goes through something in their life and just trying to figure out what that is and what would be the worst case scenario for a character and confronting them with it and seeing how they change. But not necessarily the worst case scenario. I have some fun stuff planned as I'm like genuinely like giving Augie a dog. Although that was very selfishly motivated. But yeah.
I completely forgot to say, oh, sorry.
No, you go.
What, Miller?
No, you go. I
completely forgot to say earlier, but one of my favorite parts of the campaign is it was when just after I think we got Ren's backstory out of him, and then we were all sleeping in the rooms in the guild, and then like Kate just goes one by one and is like, what are you dreaming about, to each one of us. And it was really like it just felt like a really good moment. I was like, yeah, actually give us some proper thought about like what our characters' inner thoughts were, which you're often not able to verbalize. It was a good opportunity.
I plan on doing more stuff like that. But good to know that you guys like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys have any questions or anything that you want to say?
Evan, what's everyone's character's like biggest regret? Like not sort of in their life, but just in terms of like since we've been playing. Like, is there one moment in like, I guess since we've streamed that your character's been like, fuck, I should have done something differently?
Yeah.
Since we streamed?
Yeah, I know exactly what it was. When Nora rolled like a natural 20 to trip Ren up extension, and he like fucking stacked it on the floor. I think it's really funny how like the way I play her has changed completely. I think in like the first like few sessions I was just fucking around.
Yeah.
And so like, yeah, I've tried to tone it down a little bit since then. But yeah, I think if that's a canonical occurrence during the game, I think she still feels really bad about that.
Oh, I honestly genuinely forgot about that. I think Ren regrets not being more specific with his wording with the fucking harpy. He doesn't regret letting the harpy go, but
I mean, who knows? That had bad consequences, but maybe down the line it'll have good consequences. Who knows?
he has a lot of regrets, though. Basically, he's always wanting to say something, and then he never can, and then he regrets it later.
Oh my god. I just realized what Ren's vine is.
What is it?
The 3 people who were walking in the forest, and it is, do you ever want to talk about your feelings? No. And then Ren is, I do. I know Ren. I'm sad. I know Ren.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I think Ren's biggest regret is that he's a ranger, not a rogue.
Yeah. Really.
Augie, what about you?
It happened pre-stream, but when we were with Fu, and then what was the thing, Giltree, who came on down into the tower, I think Augie was the first one to draw his sword and attack him. And I think he regrets that.
Yeah. For Tam, it's 100% like the terrible showdown in Quimby's room.
That was like
She is so fucking embarrassed about that, and she would genuinely like rather not go back to the guild because of that.
That was actually that that conversation where Tam just like yeeted herself off the banister and like lay down on the floor, and Nora just lay down next to her so she wouldn't be embarrassed. And like that conversation was one of my favorite moments that we've had.
So good.
I want to know. Sorry, I want to know who, like, as your character, who everyone's like most trusted and least trusted person is in the group.
Oh shit.
Uh-huh.
No, I was just thinking.
Can you hear my cat right now?
Yeah.
Is it what I think, like which character I don't trust, or which character Augie doesn't
Augie.
trust? Oh.
Oh god.
He's such a trusting guy.
Yeah.
Man, oh man.
I think Tam trusts everyone inherently. She thinks everyone is like, she doesn't think anyone doesn't trust Ren to do the thing that is good for the group. So she doesn't think anyone's going to be like the Lannisters send their regards, but like she definitely is. Yeah, she probably second guesses Ren's motives more than anybody else.
Valid.
You can tell.
But Alice loves Ren.
I think obviously Ren trusts Nora because she knows the most about him and he's been with her the longest. I think he's starting to trust everyone. Like, he's told them a lot of shit and they haven't, it's been okay. So he's starting to trust everyone. I think, weirdly, he might trust Augie the least, just because he doesn't know as much about Augie as he does about the others. And I don't think he trusts, like, gods in general. So he's just like, what is this? Yeah.
I mean, Nora trusts Ren because she doesn't really have a choice. She trusts him, but she's not happy about it. Second to Ren would be Tam. I think she's like developed the best relationship with her. But she doesn't trust Val whatsoever.
Nice.
I think she's got some issues with Val.
What about Oggy?
Okay, it's like the same. Augie just trusts
Yeah.
everyone so much, but if you have to choose one, I mean, it's gonna have to be Ren because he can't always predict what Ren's gonna do, man.
Oh no! Oh, sorry. I thought you meant you're gonna trust him the most.
No,
Nah, fam.
nah.
Oh, everyone trusts Nora. That's so great.
Yeah.
So excited.
Gosh, Sabrina.
Yeah, no, it'll be really interesting because earlier levels I've been like, okay, let's make sure that they like I'll give you some insight into how my brain works is I really like establishing rules. This is a Stanislavski thing, but I really like establishing rules and then breaking those rules. So like establishing the rules of the world and then all of a sudden having something happen where everything is kind of thrown into almost like a chaos. So it'll be interesting after a certain event how you guys still work. And yeah, insight into me. I also like big, well no, and I like big grandiose reveals and like, you know, just very like, oh, you think that it's one thing up until this point and then all of a sudden boom, like different. And that's not necessarily for everything. Like, you know, I'm not gonna make you guys distrust everything. I learned that mistake with the door. It's not a mistake. So I'm gonna have stuff in there that's like, yes, you can trust it. It's a door. It's just.
I think we can, like, maybe we need to trust objects, but I categorically do not trust any NPC Kate puts in front of me. And I think Kate would agree that is fine too.
That's fair. That's very fair. There are a few characters that I'm like, you can trust completely, but I'm not going to tell you who they are. But there's some people who you don't trust, and I'm just like, why? What did they do?
Tony!
Yeah, Tony. I still thought Quimby was, like, fishy even after that. I was like, oh man, there's just something about him I don't trust, even after that complete disaster. So, I don't know.
I think Quimby is like the only NPC that Nora actually likes.
Yeah, that was real.
I love Quimby, but when you questioned Quimby, like I was offended too. I was like, how dare you? How dare you assume like?
I swear he has the book, Kate. He has a fucking book somewhere. Anyway,
I mean, yeah, there are also some, I don't know, you guys are like, I kind of all trust each other. And I'm just sitting here on all your backstories, just.
Where she's masterfully interwoven with each other to cause maximum pain. Great.
So excited to continue.
Has anybody else got any more questions?
Yeah, if anyone in the chat has got questions for us, pretty much winding down. I mean, there's other ones on here, but do you guys? Oh, okay. So you guys did funniest and saddest. Do you guys have like a scariest moment or like anything that you have hopes for to like see in the campaign? Or that's two separate questions. Do you have any like
Hilarious.
I mean, it's got you when Augie almost died twice. That was pretty scary.
No, that was terrible.
That was really scary. I just was like, oh, I'm safe because I've got my orcish relentless thing where I pop back up and then I just got completely annihilated again. I was like, oh shit, this is what it feels like to not be an orc. But I think that was really scary, but also the whole lead up to finding Ren. I remember being like that hour when we found him in the garden and he got taken in, and then like Kate, like as Anslo was like on the verge of tears trying to explain how we need to get to the Feywild, and that was really tense. And I remember actually like there was tension in my shoulders. I was like shaking a little bit, and I was like, "Oh God, I gotta save this imaginary elf."
Like, despite the fact that I knew that Kate really wasn't gonna kill Ren after like the third session, I was like, "Oh my God, Jules is gonna die!"
I'm not gonna kill a player character.
I know,
It's
but
not there.
I was so stressed. I was so embarrassed. I was just like, "Oh my God!" It was very stressful. Also, the whole Black Widow scenario that went down was terrifying, and also the other really scary moment was when Quimby was just gardening, and then he stood up, and Ren was like about to shoot him, and it was just like this shadowy cloaked figure stands up in the garden. I was like, "Oh fucking God!" And it was like, it's just Quimby gardening.
See, again, I liked establishing rules and then breaking them.
Yeah, no, but definitely like nearly losing Tam and Hockey was like,
Yeah.
Whenever anyone gets close to dying, it's not good.
Yeah.
I don't think I've like fallen unconscious yet. I've been okay.
Yeah, the
I have-
squishiest wizard.
Oh,
Yeah.
Interesting.
I just remember when we were going to fight, when we went into that fight where Miller and I almost died, and like you were going to cast sleep on everyone, but like only one person went to sleep, and it was like, oh, here we go for the rest.
That was just me being stupid. I still like don't know how my spells work. So I was like, everyone just go to sleep, and you're like, no, but you need to roll for the hit points, and the hit points you rolled, there was only enough for like one person. I was like, great. Yeah, I went into that fight with one spell slot. That was just not good.
It was a rough fight. It was really rough.
Yeah.
I hadn't given you like a real challenge, and so I was like,
I
okay.
loved it. I really liked being
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
It was.
And I enjoy the stress, but also, yeah.
Ooh, okay. So I have a question for you all, which is, what are you gonna name the group?
Oh, okay, yeah, this is also what we need to do.
At the minute, what was it? It was like work in progress.
guys, just let it sink in that it's taken us 6 months.
We were just so convinced that something would happen organically, and it hasn't.
You guys, the moment you guys name your group, Mickey will draw art of everyone.
Oh, what? That's so bad.
Oh, that's
Hey guys, that didn't.
We did have
name ideas.
God, no, we were going
Please.
to be the Yeats in the chat for like a hot second. It was like the young entrepreneurial exploration.
That was
team.
never ever going to happen.
Come on.
If you guys want to send in suggestions for group names, we would really appreciate it, because clearly, like, our expertise ended at D20 Error, and then that was it.
I feel like I came up with that too.
D20 Error.
I don't
Probably.
No, I think it was like, I think I said 404 Error, and then somebody else was like D20 Error.
No idea.
I'm looking on Fantasy Name Generator gang names. How about the
I don't want to help you guys because it's you. You all are the players. Like, you need to determine between all of you, like, what your group is, because I have so much control over so many things, but I don't want to be in control of everything.
Yeah.
What if we
That's
did like
fair.
What about like, oh God, like the Giraffe Avengers? I don't know. We're trying to get our giraffes back. The Javengers.
And we'll
Come
just
on,
be-
guys. What about Foo Fighters?
Foo Fighters was real good.
How dare you? Actually, someone says, what defines you as a group? What do you think defines you all as a group?
We're all fucking liars.
Yeah.
Masters.
We're all very like, I don't know.
Our chaotic energies align very nicely.
Mm-hmm. Our chaotic, like, non-confrontational energy, like, not wanting to one.
The aggressive pacifists. Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just so hard. I hate this.
Yeah.
Sorry, just look at my fucking cat.
Someone said really unobservant. They thought giraffes were horses.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. That's because of some bad rolls.
It was also me fucking with you guys. To be fair.
Yes.
Thank God we didn't take those beetles though, otherwise.
Jesus Christ.
Can you imagine us like yeeting around the forest?
Yeah, I can.
I feel like
Actually.
the Beatles would have been better, if I'm honest.
Oh,
At least we knew what we were like. At least we were like, yep, we're gonna buy some beetles, and we walked away with beetles instead of we're gonna buy some horses and we walked away with giraffes. Oh gosh.
Yeah. Okay.
Someone
So
said the Beatles.
The beetles. Oh yeah.
Can we be the Fab Five? Can we just be like the new version of Queer Eye?
Yeah.
Who's who?
Oh, okay. Which character is which Queer Eye guy? This is gonna be great.
Oh my gosh. I think Ren.
Okay, I'm a Sam.
Because he's the most like cries a lot, and like he gets mad easier than the others. I feel like Augie is Jonathan because a bundle.
I'll take it. I'm not complaining.
I actually have to go, but please don't name the group Yeet. Parting words. Bye guys.
Bye.
Yeah. God.
We're really bad at group names, aren't we? Like horrifyingly bad.
yeah. Oh, also, we got a question which is, in real life, what would your race and class be?
Oh God. I think I'd be probably a half elf bard. I'm just a bard. There's no avoiding it.
I'm gonna get shamed if I don't say halfling, aren't I?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'd be a halfling. Man, I think I'd still be a wizard. I think I'm a very wizardy person at this point.
I've been thinking about this for months. I cannot decide on a class for myself. I know I would be a half elf, but I don't know what class I would be.
Oh God. I think you might be.
Yeah.
Maybe a sorcerer, because I feel like you have some magic, but it might just be like
for sure.
innate.
Or like
I'll take it.
Yeah.
I can see Miller being a warlock.
Hell yeah.
100%
As long as I get to do
sold
magic.
just for like a good cantrip.
All right, so half elven warlock it is. All right.
I think Kate gives off very cleric vibes to me, but like super powered cleric.
Yeah.
I love playing the clerics, so it might just be that. I think, yeah, probably cleric for me. I don't know what race I would be. Maybe like a no, not like, no, I don't know.
Might be human.
Yeah, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Knowledge domain cleric. Thank you, Tom the fanboy. Thank you.
What about Jules and Maddie?
Maddie would still be a tiefling.
Yeah. But maybe like a tiefling barbarian? Or like, I feel like she's got, I don't know, maybe not.
I don't know. Actually, I feel like if I would be like an alchemist or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jules is a furball. There's no getting over that. Like a furball, like sorcerer or wizard, probably a wizard. I don't know. Yeah.
Right. Is that it? Any last questions?
Yeah. I mean, does anyone? Yeah. Do anyone have any other questions? I would say.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Is there anything, knowing now, like how the campaign has gone, is there anything that you would change about your character?
Oh, for sure. Like her spells. I had no I was doing for like the first 4 months, so I just have all these spells that are just like that I don't use. But it's fine. I built it into Nora's character, but she's not a particularly talented wizard, which is fine. So that's what we got.
I probably maybe similarly choose one instrument as opposed to two, because currently I got the whistle and then I got the drums and then I suddenly sing, so I feel a little bit like the Music Man. What do you want to see today?
Yeah, you like clap your hands and then the drum on the back is like a clap.
Genuinely, that's what I feel like.
Instruments. I'm curious about that thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'd keep that thing, but
Yeah.
I
got you.
Just within the ones that are visible, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, you guys.
Hey, guys.
For Augie, man, I mean, I think I would give him a proficiency in deception because he's a horrible liar.
I think it plays into his charm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything you change, Kate?
Yes. I've learned a lot. I guess I would just spend more time. I don't know. I think I might have actually started you guys out in a different city. I think I would have started you out in the capital. Because I'm not going to tell you anything about the capital, but the capital is really interesting, and I've developed such cool levels and like stuff for it, that if you guys ever decide to go there, I've got some really cool stuff, and I think I would have started you there. I think I also would have held my cards a bit closer to my chest, in terms of like how much stuff I gave you guys. And yeah, I also wouldn't have given Val that staff that can cast Pass Without a Trace.
It's so good. Oh my god.
So good.
No one could ever see us.
Yeah. But here's the thing, I've got some stuff planned.
Yeah. But I feel like that stuff either is going to go mysteriously missing, or like,
No.
or Kate's just gonna like end up not overpowering, but like just finding ways around it.
Yeah. Well, I just got to be careful about balancing out my magic items, and yeah, I just got to be more careful and cognizant about that. But I do know that now. So things should be more balanced. But yeah. Do you guys have any questions for me?
I like this question that got sent into the inbox. I don't know if anyone can answer it though, but it was, give us one out of context spoiler for your character using a random phrase.
I saw that
I
one.
think this should be the last question, actually.
Okay.
That's such a good last question. Oh shit.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Like a phrase that our character has said, or just like something.
I don't know, like a clue that would make no sense if you just said it randomly.
Yeah. God.
Jesus.
Oh no.
I have, if you want. No, never mind. I'm not going to offer that. I was going to be like, I can offer you insight.
I think maybe one for Tam is that she's had one particularly very, very long night that she just thought was never going to end, and and she didn't know she was going to come out of it.
Jeez.
No, I have to say, I do love knowing your backstory, so I can just be like, oh, okay.
I think one for Nora is probably just the word perception.
Perception.
Oh, I don't think Kate knows this yet. Kate is confused.
No, I'm trying to think. I think.
No, you don't know, but it's okay. You don't need to know.
All right. Kate will remember that. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see.
I'm Froggy. It's just gonna be the word horses.
Horses.
I like that. That's solid. Yeah. Makes sense. I'm just, all I will say about the campaign, well, besides my playlist has lots of clues and stuff. But I will say, don't. This is hard. I don't know how I want to phrase this. Oh my gosh. I think I'm just gonna say, everything's gonna be a breeze. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. Why would you?
This is a multi-layered thing, so I'm giving you guys a lot just talking, which is my issue.
And the face. My favorite thing is to watch Kate's face whenever anyone else says something. And Kate will sometimes just mouth things to herself, and you're like,
What?
Oh,
Sometimes it'll be something really innocuous, and then Kate will be like, like we just buy a drink, and she's like,
a lot of the time, well, cause some of the times, when I'm like just going like, it's because I'm doing a reference, but I don't want to take you out of it. So like, for instance, earlier, if you like decide to go back and watch this, I'm mouthing the lyrics to Positivity, and like the human stuff, like you'll just, and like I'm just low key doing that. But, yeah. Also, watch when I roll my dice, because you never know.
yeah. Oh
Whenever
no,
I
we
see
do.
I want to give you a piece of advice. I very much like when things flow narratively. So if things are taking too long, a lot of the times I'll be like, okay, you're taking too long, and arrow. So just, you don't have to rush things. Just notice if you're taking too much time, especially if you're like having an internal monologue and you're like, I'm going to do this whole thing tonight. You're taking like 10 minutes out of, and everyone else is just sitting there, then I might make something happen. Because I want to make sure that everyone gets the opportunity to be playing and having fun. I mean, obviously, if it's like important to your character, like if we decide to do like an Augie arc, like I'm of course gonna let Augie have more time to process things.
The people want an Augie arc so bad.
I want to
that Augie arc. Oh.
Anyway, should we wrap it up?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much
have a
for
question.
That was so
sticking with
nice.
and just doing some fun stuff and just hanging out with us. We are all on Tumblr. We have a Twitter, and we have an Instagram that hopefully we will start posting things on. But yeah, be sure to keep up with us. We hope you guys have a great night.
Yes.
We're also on Spotify. You can check out our podcast.
Yeah.
Those are fun.
And if you have any questions that we haven't answered, just send them to the inbox and we'll get around to them.
We'll
Hell yeah,
try and do
we-
another Q&A maybe in a while when questions have piled up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you have any questions, like individually, or if you have theories about the campaign or any of the players or characters, send them to the appropriate inbox. We will definitely get them.
We love that stuff.
You love that stuff.
Good.
Right. Anyways.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.